Council. British Council? Some of you are familiar with it. Okay. So, another perk of studying here at WISE is that if you register for your exam, IELTS exam, at the British Council through our school, you have the possibility of getting a 5% discount on the cost of the test. So this is a really nice advantage. And if you're interested in finding out more about this, you can talk to us later. Okay, now let's start with what do you know about IELTS? Okay. First question, what does IELTS mean? Okay. Who owns and creates the test? What are the two versions of the test? The two versions of the exam? Where is IELTS accepted? And what kind of scores do you need to study abroad? To live abroad, right? To work abroad. Or for work here in Vietnam at a company that uses English as its language of work. Okay, so really quickly I'd like you to talk to the person next to you and see if you can answer these questions. Okay? Give you about 1 minute to try to figure out the answer. Okay, go. Don't be shy. Talk to the people next to you. Would you like to come and sit over here? A little bit. So what we're going to do is play a game called In Common. All right. So the goal is to find as many things in common as you can with as many people as possible. Okay. How about 9? 9 things in common. No? 8? Oh, you did?
Yeah.
9 things? With 9 different people?
No.
How many different people?
Yeah.
How many different people?
6.
6 people. Wow. Okay, what were they?
5.
5. Okay. All right. Can you tell us what 5 things were that you found in common?
5 things?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Favorite foods is chicken rice.
Okay.
And
Okay.
And we like travel.
Mm-hmm.
We like travel to Japan.
Japan.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
And we don't have pets as home.
Okay.
There are 4 people in our family. We like listening to music and watching movies.
Okay. Very good. Very good. What's your name? Mun. Okay. So we have a prize for Mun. Very good. Good job. Thank you. Okay. Who had 8 things in common? 8. 7? Oh, you? Okay. Go ahead. Yeah. All right. Quickly tell us what were the things you had in common?
I have asked 5 people.
5 people. Okay.
We have something in common, such as we like traveling, as especially to the beach, and we like pets, like
Dogs. Okay. Yeah, dogs.
and we used to travel to Hiển. Yeah.
Okay.
And we are the same university, University.
Okay. Very good.
And our favorite food is water noodles and carrot.
Okay. Good.
And there are 6 people in our families. And our favorite holiday is that.
Very good. Can you tell us the names of the people you talked to?
I talked to Hoàng, Trang, and the other 3 people.
Oh, okay. All right. That's all right. All right. Thank you. So, good job as well. So you get a gift. Thank you. Okay. All right. How about 7 things in common? 7 things. Okay. Good. All right. Good.
Hi everyone. I will talk to 7 people.
7 people. Wow.
7 things in common.
Wow. Perfect. Okay.
So we have both siblings, and we are the like her family is like she's the oldest daughter and she has the younger daughter.
Okay.
I'm the oldest son and I have the younger brother.
Okay, okay, good.
And our favorite pet is dog.
Dog, okay.
And favorite thing is travel. Favorite food is chickens. And favorite toy is anything. The first.
Okay, easy. Okay, very good, thank you. All right, for you? All right, good job. Okay, well, very nice. So, good job. Now, let's go ahead and get started. So, to begin, welcome. And I want to ask you the question. I know you speak Vietnamese, and I know you speak English, right? But do you speak IELTS, right? Okay. So, why do I ask this question? Because IELTS is a strange foreign language, right? Not exactly English, not just a test, it's something more than that. So today we're going to talk about if you think you know. So I'll give you a hint, it's 3 different organizations. If you can get 2 of the 3, I'll give you a prize. Okay.
I think it's one is British Council,
Okay.
IEP, and Cambridge.
Oh, perfect. Wow, very good. Good job. Very good. General training and academic. Okay, nicely done. Okay, thank you. Oh, sorry, what's your name? Wait, okay. Thank you. Okay, nice. Good job. Okay. Where is IELTS accepted? Where is IELTS accepted? Does anyone know? Yeah. Everywhere. That's a perfect answer. Yeah. Good job. Okay, what's your name? You. Okay, good. There you go. Thank you. All right. Now, last question, number 5. What kind of scores do you, let's break this up into 3 questions, right? So first one, study. Second one, migration. And third one, work, like work in Vietnam, right? Okay, so how about the first one? For study abroad, what band score might you need for study abroad? Someone know? Yeah. Okay, 6.5. Perfect. Yeah, 6.5 is probably the best one. Thank you. What's your name?
My name is Nhận.
Yeah. Okay, good. All right. And how about migration? If you want to get maybe a visa to go live in Canada or Australia or something like that. Does anyone know? Guess? Yeah. 5? Okay, that's not a bad guess. Yeah, good job. Now, it depends on the kind of visa that you want. Yeah, okay. Good. All right, what's your name? Okay, thank you. All right, good job. All right, and last one. Let's say that you work at a company like Samsung or Ajinomoto or I don't know, Honda. What kind of score do you need to maybe get a promotion or to get a higher salary? And which band score do you think is important for work in a big company here in Vietnam? Which of the 4? So speaking, yeah, and probably you want about a 6 or a 6.5, yeah, for speaking. Okay, all right, we'll talk more about this. So, what is IELTS? First of all, it's the most widely accepted test of English skills around the world. Do you know some other major English tests? TOEFL? Yeah, and TOEIC, okay. So IELTS is more widely accepted than either TOEFL or TOEIC. It's the most widely accepted around the world. Okay, good. If you're studying here as well, it's the best way for you to improve your general English. Okay? So this is how we break up the classes here at WAS. Let's see. And afterwards, Gwen will talk a little bit more about this. But basically, this is how we structure our IELTS classes here. Okay? And last one is the best way for you to prepare for study abroad, to get a higher salary at a job here in Vietnam, or maybe even to move to another country if you want. Okay, good. All right, so here's the way we break up our system according to the different levels. Okay? And as I said, we will talk more about this after. All right, now let's go on. What is IELTS not? It's not a degree, not the same, right? And it's not a diploma. Okay, it's more like a certificate and it's an exam. So it's just a test of your knowledge and your ability to use English. All right. And it's not a guarantee that you get accepted to a university, right? You still have to apply, you still have to do other kinds of things to get accepted. But it will help you. All right. And the other thing too is that if you attend IELTS classes here, you cannot just come to class and never do anything outside of class, right? IELTS, to study for IELTS properly, you need to be doing something in English every day, right? Listening, speaking, reading, writing, every day, to really improve yourself. Okay. So that's something that's really important. All right. So IELTS is for travel, yeah, and immigration. Very good. IELTS is for. Look at the examiner. Look at the examiner. Okay. Examiner. As they speak, you want to write down some feedback on your sheet. Okay. Write down some mistakes you hear, or something good. Something good. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Okay. Yeah. If it helps you remember. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Okay. Examiner.
Yeah.
Candidate. Examiner. Candidate. Examiner. Oh, could we turn the air down a little bit? Yeah. All right. Okay, while we're doing that, what I would like you to do is go around, talk to each other, and you need to find out everybody's birthday. Okay? So a very simple question. What is your birthday? All right. You need to know the day, the month, and the year. All right. That's going to be very important later on. Okay, good. So for now, stand up. All right. And in the back, we have some copies.
Hôm nay là không phải bằng anh đi ha, nhưng mà anh sẽ giới thiệu cho các bạn một chút xíu về cái lý do tại sao cái cấu trúc đề thi IELTS và lý do tại sao và cho nên phổ biến. Okay. Và thì chắc là chúng ta ok với tiếng Anh, cho nên anh sẽ nói chủ yếu bằng tiếng Anh và sau đó là những cái nào khó thì sẽ chia sẻ tiếng Việt cho các bạn hiểu hơn. Okay, ready? Alright. So, okay, so let me ask you the question first. Okay, has anyone taken the IELTS before? Please raise your hand. Okay. No? Okay. Right, and alright, so do you know the structure of the IELTS yet? The structure. Raise your hand if you know the structure of the IELTS yet. And okay, so 5, okay. And raise your hand if you ever taken the mock test before, any mock test anywhere before. Okay. To tell me when you took the mock test.
Was 1 year ago.
Where?
Was it Scott's English Center?
Oh, okay. And you had 3 tests?
Yeah, I did 4 tests for the IELTS.
Oh, you like the one, right? Okay. Okay. So, but let me ask you questions. Does anyone knows why the IELTS getting more popular and popular? I mean, getting more widely accepted day by day. Why? Not anything else. Why? Okay, so I'm going to explain just briefly a little bit about the structure of IELTS and explain to you why the IELTS getting more popular and popular. All right? Okay. So when we're going to talk about the structure of the IELTS, why is the IELTS structure like this, and why is the IELTS getting more popular and popular all over the world? All right, so let's ask you the question first. Okay, so what is the structure of the IELTS listening? The structure. Like how many parts are there, how many sessions, and how long is it, and how many questions? Okay. Anybody? Yeah, raise your hand. Okay.
I think there are 4 sessions.
Okay.
Is there about 90 minutes?
90. 90 minutes. And how many questions are there in total?
Maybe 45.
Not really correct. Okay, so let's one more time. Give it one more time. Any other ideas? Yeah.
It has 4 sections.
Yes.
And you can have 30 minutes to listen and 10 minutes to transfer from to your answer sheet. So in total there is 40 minutes.
Yeah, 40 minutes and 40 minutes. And how many questions are there in total?
There are 40 questions.
Okay, so what's your name?
My name is
Okay. All right. Right, and let's talk a little bit go into detail. What is section 1? I mean, I'm going to ask you like, is that a monologue or a conversation? That means how many people are going to speak? And the monologue means only one person speaking, and conversation means 2 or more people speaking. Okay, so more section 1. 10 questions, right? But is it a monologue or a conversation? A conversation, and is it about a social topic or an academic topic? Okay. So a conversation and a social topic. Okay, social topics. Okay. What about section 2? What about section 2? And a monologue or conversation? Monologue and what kind of topics?
Introduce some information about tourism or restaurant or anything else.
So let's say social topic or academic topic. Social one, okay. Social topic, okay. So what's your name? Okay. So you. All right. What about section 3? What about section 3? What about section 3? Anybody? Like conversation or a monologue, and what kind of topics is that? Paragraph.
Just
Not so sure. Okay. Yes.
it's monologue and it's academic.
Yeah, well, incorrect. Okay.
It's a conversation and it's a deeper talk about the topic in session 2. Yeah, deeper conversation about the topic in session 2.
Speaking part 3. Okay. Right. Academic topic. Okay. The conversation then going to be about an academic topic, not a social topic anymore. Okay. What about section 4? Section 4. Like again, how many people are going to speak? A monologue or conversation, and what kind of topics? Anybody?
One.
Yeah.
One. It's about academic.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Academic topic. All right. Okay. As you can see here. Right. So session 1, the conversation, talk about real life or social topic. And session 2, a monologue, one person speaking only. Okay. For the social topic. The conversation, but about the academic topic, and the monologue about the academic topic. But let me ask you 2 questions. And if you're able to answer the question, you will be able to understand why the IELTS is getting more popular. So why? Why is the IELTS structured like this? Why 4? And why is conversation and monologue? And why an academic and social topic? Why? Why not 5? Why not all 3? Maybe only 3? Why? Yeah. Yes, please.
So I think it's cover like almost every kind of conversation we have, or every kind of topic we have in like social life and also academic environment. So it's good for almost everyone to have like in the workplace or like in school. So yeah,
Okay.
that's why it's like for everyone.
Yes. What's the name?
Change.
Jane.
Jane.
Very good, okay? Yeah, big kiss for you, okay? Yeah, that's true because, okay, so what are the purposes of IELTS candidates? As teacher Robert said, like 3 purposes, right? Immigration, study overseas, and working, alright? So, you can get the IELTS just to go to settle down in another country, right? Immigration, and you can study overseas, right? So basically, the IELTS should capture every situation, every context you might see, you might meet in another country, whether you are going to live or whether you are going to study. For example, here, this one capture what? The first session capture the telephone bookings or daily conversation. So because when you live in maybe the US or the UK, you may need to possibly to book a hotel, okay? And you want to like book a gym, etc. And you should be able to listen and understand over the phone, okay? That's the reason why we structure the session one like this. A conversation, you need to listen to them over the phone and talk about sort of topic like booking gym, booking hotel, etc. Okay, so the section one capture that situation in your life in another country. Okay, what about section 2? Section 2 is only one person speaking, and it's about a social topic. So what situation does it really capture?
Showing the way to some places.
Yeah, and you need, for example, you need to what? So in what situation in life you will be listening to only one person talking about a social topic? Yeah, daily routine, or we can call it like speeches. For example, you go into like you're traveling and you be listening to a tour guide talking about this museum, etc. And maybe you will be attending like speeches by maybe like Obama, etc. Anybody, a speaker, okay, talking about social topic, not an academic topic, okay, and you should be able to listen to them, okay. And also the speeches. Thì các bạn có thể một số bài diễn văn ví dụ vậy, ok, một người nghe các bạn phải biết, phải nghe được những cái điều đó khi bạn ở nước ngoài, alright, thì đó là nó capture cái thành phần này, alright. Sorry, what about section 3? What about section 3? Like one is conversations and one academic topic. So what does capture? In school, yeah, but what's more specifically, what situations in the school, in the university?
Like a discussion.
Yeah, discussion
with your friends.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, very good. Right? Yeah, it's good. Yeah, basically, because in your university you need to do what? Teamwork. You need to do project work. Okay, projects where you need to work in a team with like European or the US or Americans or Australian students. You need to do project work. Okay, you need to discuss with them about an academic topic. Okay, maybe to do presentation later on. So you should be able to talk to them about an academic topic. Okay, so this capture the projects work in the universities. So if you cannot listen very well, session 3, how come you can go to university in Australia, in America, or in UK to study, right? Okay, so this capture that situation when you are abroad. What about the last one? The last one normally is a most difficult one. Okay, so what does it capture? Only one person speaking and in the university. Yeah, listening to the professor. Okay. Yes, very good. Right. Okay. Okay. Right. Yeah. It's called. What is it? It's called in English.
A lecture.
Yes, a lecture. Yeah. So normally in session 4, they extract from the lecturers, or from the university in UK or in the US, okay? Professors, it's only one person speaking about the kind of topic. Okay, so you can see these four captures almost every situations basically when you are abroad, either for work or for immigration or for study purposes. Okay, so it's captured almost every situations. That's the reason why you can use IELTS to study or to work or to immigrate. Okay, yeah, and that's the reason why more and more university all over the world go to study IELTS. What about reading? Okay, what is the structure of the reading? Yeah, and how many versions? 40. And how long is that? 1 hour. Yes, very good. Okay. Yeah. You want the notes before?
Have you the biology IELTS reading?
Ah, okay. Right. Yeah, 3 sessions, 40 questions, 15 minutes, and plus 1 to 3. Okay. And let me ask you 2 questions. If you really do well in IELTS reading, which skills of yours will be increased, will be developed? Reading what mean more specifically? Reading what like what skill of reading? Basically, what the IELTS reading train you what? Giúp các bạn là nó tăng cường cái gì trong cái đọc của mình nè? Yeah. That is skills, but why do you really need to scan and skimming? I mean, I'm talking about real life. Tại sao trong cuộc sống các bạn cần phải biết skimming and scanning? Nó nói về tại sao real life, vì tại sao họ lại như vậy, và đặc biệt trong cái phần reading của mình là cái vấn đề quan trọng của các bạn học sinh Việt Nam là gì? Là cái thực timing. Không bao giờ là có thể là còn là thiếu giờ không? Tại sao họ lại có thể bóp cái giờ đến như vậy? Sao họ không cho là 50 phút hay là không cho nhưng mà họ cố tình cho mình bóp cái giờ lại? Tại sao? Và tại sao lý do tại sao mình phải có skimming and scanning? Nó giúp ích gì trong cuộc sống của mình vậy, đúng không? Nó phải giúp ích gì trong cuộc sống, tức là nếu mà mình làm tốt trong phần reading thì nó sẽ giúp ích gì trong cuộc sống của mình? Ý là vậy. Yeah, anybody? Yeah.
Like it have like for reading, you know, like paperwork or like in school as well.
Yeah, in school we read. Yeah, in school we read what kind of material do we often read in university? We understand. Yeah, understanding. First, they need to boost your reading for general understanding. Right, okay. What else? Then you need to understand. And what else? Why the timing is so tight? Situation. Yeah, confirmations, so that you can boost your reading speed. Because actually, in today's world, there are a lot of information, right? And you need to read every day. Right? So you need to read really fast. And that's the reason why the readings timing is so strong, it's so tight, because we want to train you how to read fast, how to increase your reading speed. Okay? Yeah. So you need to read very fast. You need to increase your reading speed. Okay? Because if you can finish 3 passages, maybe 1,000 words within 60 minutes, so you'll be able to read the newspapers, yeah, BBC, the journals very quickly, because in university we have many journal articles to read. I was studying in my university in Manchester before, and you know what? For my exams, I had to read like, oh my god, like many journals, like 20 journals 40 journal and one journal maybe like 10,000 words. So I have to pick the keywords. That's the reason why we have skimming and scanning. And I have to pick the key information and I have to read very fast. Otherwise, I wouldn't have enough time to finish my assignments. So that's the reason why you need to read very fast and you need to read academically. And you need to read and understand the material and quickly. Okay, study the ultimate purpose of the IELTS reading. What about writing? Writing, how many tasks and how long is that, and how many words should you write for each task? Yes, please. Yeah.
There are 2 tasks.
Yes.
And the first one is for 20 minutes.
Yes.
And it's at least 150 words.
Yes.
And the second is 40 minutes.
Yes.
And at least 250 words.
Yeah, yes, okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay. That's one. At least 150 words. And you should be able to write within 20 minutes. But let me ask you 2 questions. How many words should you actually write? Yeah, more than 150 words, but how many words should you write in order to get high score? Has anyone ever taught you this one before? Have you ever learned this one before? How many? 160, 200, 250? How many? More than 250, but how many? Enough for you to get a high score. Anybody? Yeah, actually, 170 and to 180. That is enough for you to get a high score. You should not write more than that because you don't have a lot of time. But you should not write less than that because you may not express your own ideas and you may not be able to write in compound complex sentences. Okay? Alright. It's called a report. Let's talk about it later. Task 2, more than 250 words in 40 minutes. And how much should you write again?
Around 300.
A little bit too much. Yeah, so it's about 270 to 280 words. That's okay. Yeah, for you to have a high mark score like 8 or 7.5, etc. Okay. And it's called an essay. Okay, so let me ask you the question. This question is very important. Why do we call it a report and why do we call this an essay? And what is actually difference between a report and an essay? If you understand these questions, you understand why the IELTS writing is structured like this. Why this one about graphs, this one about like discussing about sort of topic, right? So why 2, not 3? Why these? Why 2? And when the essay or report, why? You need to understand. Okay.
Because in university we usually do some kind of reports and essays.
Yeah, that's good.
So that's why.
Yes, very good. And let me ask you another questions. In university, yeah. So what about, yes, correct, in university we need to write a report and an essay. But what about in working environment?
Is this like a business report?
Yes.
Or
Yeah, because, and what is the difference between report and essay? Yes.
I think report is more like it's short and like keep short and like more like information. And essay you can like have your idea in it and it's mostly like your idea.
Yes, very good. Yes, very good. Thank you very much. Okay. Yes. Correct. Essays, very important. You have your opinion. And report, please do not write your opinion on that. When we talk about business report, your boss doesn't want you to include your opinion. They just want you to report the facts, the figures. Okay? For example, report the revenue. Okay, revenues. This one. Okay, and you should not say revenue is high or low because they just want you to report, not want you to write an essay. Okay, it's different. In University of Manchester, the professor, the teacher taught me very clearly difference between the report and essay. If they want the student to write a report, yes, the student should be able to understand that. You should not just report the facts and the figures only, not just include your opinion. But if they say in the questions, write an essay, that's mean that you can write your opinion. That's the reason why we call it like an essay to get a scholarship, not the report to get a scholarship, because an essay you need to tell about yourself. But we should not say music essay. Nobody say that, right? Because music report, you need to report the figures. Okay. Yeah, in your life you need to be able to write a report for your managers. Okay? Revenue, etc. You need to be able to write an essay to get a scholarship. And one more thing. If you really get at first, so the structure of the IELTS speaking. What is the structure? How many parts and how long is that? And what is the last one? What's it about, and etc. Okay, please.
I think there are 3 parts.
Yes.
And the first part is about your information of the crowd or general
Yes.
person. And part 2 lasts 2 minutes. And that tries something. And that's why you evaluate.
Yes.
And in part 3, the examiner asks about the question for part 2.
And this general discussions. Okay. Yes. What's your name, please?
Yeah, my name is Hiển.
Oh, okay. It's important with you. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay. IELTS speaking, 3 parts. And today you're going to do the 3 parts with teacher Robert, okay? Part 1, 45 minutes. That is introduce about yourself. Okay? About yourself. Okay. About yourself. Part 2. So you're going to receive a cue card and talking about topics you either like the examiners, okay? And you have to talk to up to 2 minutes without stopping, okay? And why? And part 3, a general discussion about the topics related to the topic in class 2. Okay, again, let's me ask you this very difficult question. Why? Why is that? Why 3, not 4? Not 4? One is about yourself, and this one is not about yourself. This one you have to speak for full 2 minutes. Why? Okay, so let's be break into different questions. So why is the part 3 structures as the introduction about yourself? Why? What does it capture in your new life? Như vậy nào, tại sao lại là introduce about yourself? Nó nói giúp đỡ gì xuống các bạn ra nước ngoài? And yes, that is one situation and no, I mean, job interview and in what situation, what other situation you need to introduce about yourself? Những trường hợp khác mà bạn cần phải giới thiệu bản thân mình là trường hợp nào?
First year.
Yes, that's very good. Okay. Yeah, so to you. Yes. Okay. Yes. Alright. Because you meet when you meet persons, for the first time you need to introduce about yourself, your future plans, your family, etc. That is the basic level of speaking. Okay. Talking about yourself. Right. First of all, you need to be able to talk about yourself. What about part 2? Sorry. Part 2. Why is it a part that you need to speak like for 2 minutes and the examiner is not going to interrupt you? Why? And you cannot ask the examiner. Why? Tại sao như vậy? Tại sao lại là bạn phải speak cho cả hai lúc và full luôn, và người ta sẽ không có nói gì hết để cho bạn nói hết. Thì trong trường hợp nào trong cuộc sống này chúng ta lại sẽ là nói cho cả nói mình Trong trường hợp nào? Yeah, public speaking. Or you present in your university, you do presentations, or you like me now, I'm speaking. And yeah, you listen to me, okay? So you need to be able to speaking in front of a lot of people. At least in university, you need to do a presentation, okay? So that's a presentation. Okay, what about part 3 again? Tại sao lại là phải là discussions mà? Okay, can you speak about yourself in part 3? About yourself? The questions going to be about yourself? No, why not? Tại sao lại training về yourself cái này lại không phải? Thế thì nó capture cái tình huống nào trong thực tế nào? With the foreigners. Yeah, and few more in one situation and
when you do presentation and the audience have some question for you.
Yeah, and yes.
I think part 3 is for debate, like we debate all.
Yes, very good. Correct. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You should have a word like debating. Yeah. Okay. Or discussions, because in reality you have to discuss, debate with your friends, with your co-workers about not about yourself, but about sort of topic like we are sitting here, we're talking about politics, we're talking about environment, not about ourselves. Okay. So this one captures the situation where you have to discuss about something not related to you in your real life. Okay, right. So, yeah. So if you do well in IELTS speaking, people say if you got sick Wi-Fi, you should be able to speak English very comfortably and fluently. Yeah, đó là lý do tại sao mà bởi vì họ capture những cái tình huống trong thực tế và các bạn sick Wi-Fi có nghĩa là các bạn sẽ giao tiếp được trong thực tế, không chỉ là giới thiệu bản thân mà còn là làm chương trình và còn là discussion nữa, hiểu không nào? Đó là trong thế giới này không có ai mà sick Wi-Fi mà vẫn còn nói chuyện khó khăn với lại discussion người ta xưa hết. Đó là lý do tại sao mà nhiều trường đại học người ta chấp nhận sick Wi-Fi. Và tại sao người ta chấp nhận sick Wi-Fi để đi học? Bởi vì ví dụ này các bạn được sick Wi-Fi cũng như là các bạn sẽ có thể nghe được lecture, các bạn có thể được nói chuyện với lại bạn bè để làm project work. Thì đó là cái tiêu chuẩn của họ đã capture tất cả cái tình huống đó rồi. Thì các bạn sick Wi-Fi cũng như là tự nhiên các bạn sẽ giao tiếp được, các bạn sẽ làm việc được cũng như là đi học bên ngoài được. Right. You know how they're going to mark your speaking and writing. Yes. Okay. About the descriptors. Okay. So what are the criteria for speaking?
I say fluency.
Yes. And
pronunciation.
yes.
Lexical resource. And cohesion and
Yes. Very good. Okay. Yeah. This we got work this before. Okay. So you can look at here. Right. Tức là
most of their shopping online.
Yes, I do think so. Because the internet become more and more development, and everyone use the computer, internet to go everywhere, just a click. So they can buy everything with just a click. But it doesn't mean that the online shopping replaces the old-fashioned shopping. So, for example, if I want to buy something like equipment for a computer, I can go to that website and I have to detail to buy it. But if I want to buy clothes, I have to go to the shop and choose the size suits me. That internet cannot help.
Wow, very good. Very good. Okay, thank you. So, what he did really well, he did a fourth step, even better. Explain the opposing opinion or the alternatives, right? So, opposing views or alternatives. So he talked about why online shopping is so popular but he also talked about why online shopping will not replace shopping in person. So if you can add this fourth step, even better. Okay? So that was an excellent answer. Really good job. Okay, I need another volunteer, please. Another volunteer. Yeah, come on up. Okay, good job. Okay, good. All right. Now, I'm going off script. I'm going to ask you a different question.
Oh.
Okay. So, do you think that university students should have to pay tuition fees to have higher education, or should higher education be free?
I think it's depends, but I think students should pay a tuition fee because when someone pay tuition fee, they have motivate or encourage to learn better and more and more. And for example, I took a course at English Center. I paid tuition fee, and it's for myself to learn more and more harder, more times.
Okay, good, okay, all right, good job. Okay, so you did a really nice job. So you answered the question. Yes, they should pay a fee. And why? Because of motivation. So an easy sentence you can use to describe this: if you pay for something, you are more likely to care, right? If you pay, you care. So that's what you're trying to say, right? If I pay for something, I will care about the quality. And that's why it's important for students to pay. For example, at my English center, I pay a lot of money. So you want to give lots of details and be very excited when you talk. I pay so much money to study English because it's for me, it's for my future, right? Okay. So, but he did a really nice job. Very good. Okay, thank you. All right, one more volunteer, please. Okay, come on up. Let's go. Are famous in your country? The kinds of people that are famous in my country are actors, singers, businessmen. Okay? So make sure you answer the question directly. First thing, right away. Second, explain your answer. Why do you think actors and singers are so famous? Well, the reason why these people are famous is that they're on TV all the time. They have very popular videos on YouTube with millions of views, and they make a lot of money, right? They're really rich, and they wear incredible clothes, they look great. So give reasons for why you think that. And the last one, give an example, right? So we started out with the question, what kinds of people are famous in your country? Give an example. For example, there's a singer in my country, his name is Santong MTP, right? He is very popular singer. His music videos have millions of views on YouTube, and he does many advertisements for smartphone companies like Oppo and some other companies. Okay, good. And some clothing companies. You can see his face all over Vietnam on billboards, on television, and on the internet. So give an example from your own experience, or from something you know. So this is the question now, or this is the structure. Now we're going to practice and have a special gift for volunteers. Okay, good. So I would like one volunteer to come up and try to answer a part 3 question using this structure. What typical things can visitors to your country buy?
I think there's a lot of things like local things that the visitor come to our country can buy. For example, áo dài, and also the carnival hat. And it's also depends on place to place. When you come to different places, you have like local things that you can buy as a gift for your friends, your family back home. So, for example, in Hoi An, we have like silver lantern. So yeah, as now you can see, like you can watch silver lantern in the old town, and also in daytime you can go to markets to like buy a lot of silver lantern over here. I think it's a great gift for your family and friends back home.
Okay.
For example.
Okay.
For example.
No, that's good. That's good. You already gave your examples. So yeah, that's good. Okay. So her structure was a little bit different, right? First, she talked about what you can buy. Then she gave an example of it. Now, the thing that she could do better is to explain why would I buy a conical hat? Why would a foreigner coming to Vietnam, why would they buy an áo dài? Why would they buy a conical hat?
I can talk.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So for example, like there's a lot of Korean come here. Like for example, come to Korea and they're gonna buy like conical hat and then áo dài to take like beautiful picture in the old town. And I think it's like a great thing that they can also bring that back home to like to take picture back home as well, and it's like a great gift to wear in a special occasion.
Okay, all right, good. And so the other thing you want to say is because these objects are typical of Vietnam, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't find an áo dài in America. Okay, I can, but only in the Vietnamese neighborhoods in California, right? But most Americans have never seen a conical hat before. They have never seen an áo dài. They have never seen a silk lantern. So for them, oh, it's so exciting, it's so different, right? So that's, you want to say why. Why will people be interested in those parts? Okay. All right, very good, thank you. Good job, okay. All right. Okay, what would you do with a good score on IELTS?
They apply a better job.
A better job, okay. And what do you want to do? What job do you really want? Network security? Oh, okay. All right. And here in Dunning or somewhere else? Oh, you like to go work abroad? Wow. Okay, very good. Very interesting. Network security. That's something I know nothing about. Okay, thank you. All right, good. Okay, now let's keep going. So, all right. We have the 4 parts of the test, right? 4 skills. Yeah. Okay, so reading, speaking, listening, writing. And then we'll talk a little bit more about speaking later, but we have the 4 parts of the speaking test, right? The 4 parts on which you will be graded. Okay, right now, I just want to talk to you about these 4. Which skills are your weakest? Which skills are your strongest, right? All right. So look at these and talk to your partners about what things are you good at, what things do you need more practice with, okay? So really quickly, just say, just very quickly, what do you think? What am I good at? What am I not good at? I've done education, yeah. Another one of the most common topics on IELTS is environment, right? Environment. So, difficult. Okay. Okay. These days, many large cities are very polluted and very noisy. What do you think can be done to improve the quality of life in big cities?
I think if we want to improve the quality of life in the big city, we need to impose some laws to restrict people to follow the laws. Like some companies, constantly dumping their toxic chemical into the ocean. So we need to restrict some law. Like if the company don't use discharge, like contaminate into ocean, they need to pay a lot of money. And we also need to plant a lot of trees on the street to reduce their air pollution. And sometimes, we encourage our government to encourage the people to use public transportation to reduce the noise on the road.
Very good. Okay, perfect. Okay. Now, he had 3 examples. Wow. So what we want to do, if you have 3 examples, is say, let me give you 3 examples, right? So answer the question, yeah? Explain your answer, and then let me give you 3 examples. First, if large companies dump toxic chemicals into the ocean or into the environment, they should have to pay a fine. This will encourage them not to do that, not to pollute the environment. Second, right? The city should plant more trees. Third, the city should encourage people to use public transport instead of private vehicles. Okay? So the only thing you could have done better is just to use that structure. First, second, third. All right? Okay. But otherwise, really good answer. Thank you. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, very good. So this is an Australian university that has some campuses here in Vietnam, in Ho Chi Minh City, in Hanoi, and now in Da Nang. So this is a university that requires IELTS for A2 students to enter. Okay, good. So some questions to your partner. What would you do with an IELTS certificate? Did you go abroad? Which country would you go to? Okay. Would you study? Which university? Would you get a better job? What kind of job? Okay? So very quickly, once again with your partners, what would you do with IELTS? Yeah? Where would you go? What would you study? What would you do? So imagine, think about the future. Okay, all right, go. What would you do? Of course, okay. Now, how do you get the voucher? What we would like for you to do today is you can take some pictures and check in on Facebook. Okay, let your friends know that you were here and what you were doing. You can take a picture with me after Ms. Wei is done. I'll be happy to take a selfie with you, either serious or silly, yeah, whichever you prefer. If you check in on Facebook, take a picture, and your friends like the picture, we can give you a voucher. Okay? All right. So thank you so much for your attention thus far. Now I would like to turn it over to Ms. Wei. And can I have your Part 3 cards, please?